Another lazy afternoon. The clouds covered in gray. Third coffee of the day. Almost fell asleep on Zoom. I yawn at the display. Third meeting of the day. But I can hear raindrops tap dancing on the roof. It's like they're calling out, don't lose your youth. 'Cause I can stay inside and tap away inside. Oh, make today just a little less.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a pantry makeover video, an extreme pantry makeover. The pantry was looking really rough. Basically, we just hadn't done anything with it since we moved in. So we moved into this house a couple months ago. When we moved in, my mother-in-law and my mom were over helping us unpack, and we're unpacking the pantry. And I just remember everyone being like, oh, where do you want this? Where do you want this? And at the time, I was like, I don't care, just put it wherever. Just get everything out of the boxes. And because of that, everything has just kind of stayed cluttered. Nothing really had a place in the pantry, and honestly, I didn't know where anything was. Anytime it was time to eat or get a snack, I was like, I don't know, there's too much stuff in here. So I was really excited to tackle that today and get it organized and mess-free and get everything like a spot. And I got some new containers and I was gonna make some labels. So I'm really excited to share it with you guys. Now, by the way, if it's kind of echoey in this clip, I do apologize. The rest of the video won't be like this. I'm actually in my new office, so stay tuned for an office makeover video. I haven't filmed it yet. All that's in here right now is this desk, and then you guys might remember this chair was in our living room. We have two of them at the old house. It's like a huge recliner that I'm using as an office desk chair, but it actually works really well. So I plan on doing like a full office makeover. I'm really excited about it. I've never had an office before, so stay tuned for that. And then also I did want to take a second to apologize for not posting the last couple weeks. Whew, we got COVID. COVID ran through our house and it was rough. Let me tell you, it was our first time having it. We are always so careful, but it was time and we got it, and I was down for like at least a week. It kind of stinks because my 30th birthday was last week on May 18th, and that was the day that I was like the absolute sickest. I honestly don't even remember the day. I think I was like in such a fog all day long. So it was rough, but hey, cheers to my 30s. Honestly, it's okay. I am just thankful that William, my 4-year-old, and Bennett, my 1-year-old, handled it like champs. If you don't know, Bennett was born at 28 weeks, used to be on oxygen, so the possibility of COVID is something that kind of caused me a lot of anxiety for since he was born. And I was very thankful that all he had was a fever, and then he was over it. So it was fine that James and I were kind of struggling as long as they were okay. But we are all fine now. I did want to mention that though, because you might notice in this video that there's a few clips that might get choppy in the audio, or maybe my voice sounds a little weird. Oh, perfect timing, excuse me. That is just because when I was filming it, I was still having a hard time talking without coughing like every few words. So there was a lot of cuts where I would cut my cough out. So please excuse that. But I hope you guys are as excited for this video as I am, and let's just get on into it. Here is proof that I tried to make the intro not echoey. I thought maybe if I laid stuff on the floor it would help, but I'm not sure how much that worked. Now today's video is in collaboration with Cricut and the Container Store. So I actually reached out to Cricut maybe a year ago about possibly working together. So this was something that I was so excited about. I just love the idea of getting to make my own labels and signs and other fun projects at home. So a little bit later in the video, I'm going to be sharing my organizing bins from the Container Store, as well as showing you guys my new Cricut Joy, which I use to help create these super cute labels. So this is what the pantry looks like before. And what I'm going to do first is take everything out. Okay, I think I'm going to go through everything as I take it out and see what's expired. That way I'm not taking it out like I usually do and then going through it. I feel like that takes twice as long. So I'm going to do it the smart way this time.
Today, oh, doesn't it? The rain, naturally would see magic.
This whole box was in there for that one little guy.
The world around me. Now I often get so tired. It's harder just to be fascinated, breathing free.
See, I just bought some of these because I thought we were out, and we're not. But I couldn't see them.
But I can hear raindrops that dancing on the roof. It's like they're calling out, don't lose your youth, 'cause I can stay inside and tap away inside. Oh, make today.
Okay, so I wanted to show you guys the items that I got from the Container Store for this pantry organization. If the lighting's a little different, I don't know if you can hear Bennett in the background, but I came by the front door by the stairs to show you guys because, for one, James is in there doing the dishes, Bennett is yelling, and the kitchen is trashed right now after I emptied out the pantry. But anyways, this is what I got from the Container Store, and I got quite a few items, not too many because I do have a lot of other storage containers that I have from like previous, I don't know, just that I already had that I wanted to use as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna be washing anything that food's gonna go like directly into. So like I said, this is probably gonna have rice. And then these are from my last pantry organization video, which was, she's like 2-3 years ago. And I've never washed these. Be honest, if you're someone that had these for like your flour and your sugar and stuff, have you ever washed them? So this has like caked on like hardened brown sugar, and I don't know, I just felt like it was time to give everything a really good scrub. I also took the labels off of these because I wasn't a huge fan of that old font, and I want to make the fonts with my new Cricut Joy machine, so I want all of them to be cohesive. So I took the old fonts off, and yeah, I'm just gonna get this all clean and then we'll move on to the next step. Does anyone else have a really hard time doing any sort of like cleaning or anything without having something to listen to? I either need like a really good podcast or a book, and I've been having a really hard time getting into any books recently, and I honestly feel like I have not been able to clean as good because I have nothing to listen to. Okay, I'm just gonna try this book. It is a thriller. It's called Tell No One. Let's see. I'll give you an update when I'm done with this video.
I don't care the day with the neighbors put on my rain boots, my favorite.
Oh no, I thought for sure it would all fit. Good thing I'm making jasmine rice tonight. So I'll set this aside for dinner. Okay, this is comically small compared to the jasmine rice. And this is going to be the brown rice. We like very rarely have brown rice. I just love jasmine rice. So I have this one little container, and the only thing that I like to take out of its original containers and put into smaller ones are things that I for sure know how to cook. So I know how to cook the brown rice. I know how I like making my jasmine rice. I don't feel like I need these instructions on the back, because in my last pantry makeover, I did make the mistake of just wanting everything to look so pretty, and I took everything out of its original packaging. And let me tell you, I was struggling. I didn't have expiration dates for most things. I didn't have instructions for most things. So keep that in mind when you are organizing and putting things in new containers. Is this something I need the instructions for? Now, of course, you could always like cut this out and maybe tape it to the bottom. Same thing with like an expiration date. You can use an expo marker or like a Sharpie on a piece of tape. So there's obviously different ways, but I don't think I'm gonna get that crazy with this pantry organization. I don't want to take everything out of its original containers. I just want to do things that make sense and make my life like a little bit easier to find things, and you know, you get it. You get it. I trust you guys. Okay.
I still need to recover from another lover. Would you be here for me? Never met your parents, not even your mother, but let's see where this leads. What should we do tonight? What if this breaks your little heart in mine? What should we do tonight? Let's just find out. Pretty blue jeans and me, running through evergreen. Pretty blue jeans and me, yeah, she's what I need. I still need to recover from another lover. You're my picture perfectly. Still haven't met your parents, but we hang with your
Let me see how many chewy bars would fit in this.
tonight. What if this breaks your little heart in mine?
Gosh, there's so many chewy bars.
What shall we do?
Okay, this might be the winner for the chewy bars, just because there's so many. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe how many there are. Okay. Wow, if anyone needs a chewy bar, come to my house. Would this look better in here? Ugh, no. Nope. Okay. Oh.
Tonight, let's just find out. Pretty blue jeans.
Oh no, it was like perfect before and now it's not. Please don't unsubscribe. I know chaos is happening right now. This was kind of funny to share, so you can see my old labels I made the last time I did a pantry makeover, and I am this is definitely an upgrade.
Dispatch you from a ways, my heart, it started racing. The crowd across the way, the flat was on your face, and then from the 80s, someone keeps blocking my way. I can't feel farther away. Wait on a moment to say that I want you. You know that I want you. Oh, yeah. Across the road. Across the road. Lost in a daze, I caught your sudden gaze, and time it started racing. Moments tend to fade.
So now it was time to sit down and create my own labels using my new Cricut Joy. So this was my first time ever using it, so I was a little bit nervous, but let me tell you, it was so easy and simple, very easy to learn. There wasn't like a ton of instructions or anything like that. It was really like foolproof. So what I found to be the best way to start was to take this mat that came with it and actually use it as a guide on how big I wanted my labels. So as you can see, I was just holding it up to the different products to see how big I wanted everything to be. Then I opened up Design Space to start creating my labels, and not only do they have a desktop version of this, but they also have a mobile version as well. And this was definitely my favorite part. It was so fun to be able to look through all the fonts. There was so many to choose from. I love things like this where I can get creative. Like, my favorite part of making YouTube videos is doing the thumbnails. So this was my jam, and I just had so much fun with it. I loved like mixing and matching the fonts. I decided I wanted to do some cursive and some print. They also have like images to choose from, so you could type in pasta and there was like an image of pasta, which I thought might be a fun idea. Instead of having typed out labels, have like actual images, which actually might be good for kids to help them find certain things. But the design space was just so much fun and so easy to use. So once I got all of the labels made, I went ahead and inserted my smart vinyl into the Cricut Joy, and it cut all of my labels out for me in minutes. And once it's printed out, you use this really neat little tool that comes with it that is called a weeder, and you're going to use it to remove any excess vinyl from in and around your design. So this was so easy. At this point, the design will be left on the liner, and all you're going to do is apply your transfer tape. So after that, I just went around and placed it wherever I wanted it, wherever you want your label, and then you use your little scraper tool to make sure it's sticking to whatever area you applied it to, and then you peel the transfer tape away, and there is your beautiful label, your little creation. It really was foolproof, and I thought that they all turned out so good. So I am so happy with my Cricut Joy. I cannot wait to continue making labels. I definitely want to do like a bathroom organization and a hall closet organization, and I was even thinking about like Christmas time. I'm so excited to make my own little signs for like my hot cocoa bar, and I don't know, I just feel like there are so many fun things you can make with the Cricut Joy. So I will have a link in my description to shop the Cricut Joy if you're interested, and thank you so much to Cricut for sponsoring today's video.
Lightning-stricken cactus.
So now I decided that I was going to go through the spice cabinet. Originally, I didn't plan on doing this area. I was only going to do the pantry. However, I feel like this spice cabinet is an area that frustrates me every day. I always have problems trying to find different seasonings that I want to use. So I decided to just take everything out of the cabinet, go through it, see if anything was expired, and then place it all on this Lazy Susan. I was not wanting to spend money on a Lazy Susan forever, but you know what? It's worth it. It was only a few dollars, and it makes such a difference to be able to just turn it around and find what spice you're looking for. So definitely recommend if your spice cabinet is looking like mine.
Endless roads to the horizon, past the oasis, it's all behind you. Mirage of agua, the stars above you, the creatures' days tonight.
So I'm sorry if this part makes any of you dizzy. I couldn't find my tripod, so I was just holding the camera, and it was definitely a little bit shaky. However, I realized that I had put the Lazy Susan up on one of the shelves just because it was the only place where it fit, but it was a little bit too tall. It wasn't at eye level, and I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and just remove the shelf, put it up a little bit higher, and put the Lazy Susan where I actually want it, where I'll get the most use out of it. So I'm really glad that I just took the time to do this because it works so much better on this bottom shelf.
Smile in the morning, following the linings on your cheeks. 'Cause baby, in your absence, life is boring, so I'll never leave. It's easier to love when it's you by my side.
My 18-year-old brother cleaning the shelves for me.
Yo, that's weird. 18.
You are 18, I know, I almost said 17. Yeah. Ooh, it looks a lot better.
Shining through the cracks like the first morning light, feeling like a child through the days and the nights, living in your arms as years go by. It's easier to love, oh, oh.
Okay, so far I have like vitamins and first aid / medicine. By the way, these little bins were from the dollar store, but my little labels made them look so much nicer, I feel like. And then I have these organized. I have so many bars. So this is like an excessive amount. We don't usually have this much, but we always have some kinds. We have Nutri-Grain, we have chewy bars. Sometimes I have protein bars, so I figured that one of these long skinny ones would be perfect for it. Something I love about Walmart pickup is if they substitute that they're out of something. So I bought the 12 pack of the chewy bars for like $2 and they were out of it. So they substituted it with the 36 pack for $2. They don't like increase the price. So tons of bars. Something we also have tons of usually is pouches. So I thought that this container was perfect for them. So I have that and that done so far. And then let me show you what the counter looks like. Okay, so I went through everything. I got rid of anything that's expired, anything that doesn't belong in the pantry. So this is all stuff that needs to be organized. And I have gone back and forth through organizing this stuff multiple times. And I feel like this is the hardest part, is figuring out what goes in which container. And I do think I made a mistake. So just to give you guys an example, and I know I already showed you my container store haul, I got a lot of stuff. I bought the containers before doing the organizing. And if I'm gonna recommend something to you guys, it's to do this step first and then go get containers, because I have like this container and I have this container and I have this container and I have this container. Notice how they're all different. So I was on YouTube and I was searching other girls' pantry makeovers, pantry organization videos, and they did it so much better than me. They bought like 6 of one type of container and then like maybe 4 of this type, and it just like flows so much better. I was clearly like, oh, I like this one, oh, I like this one, oh, I like this one. So now I'm like struggling that nothing matches, and I don't know. I think I kind of should not have watched other girls' pantry makeover videos. I just was wanting to feel inspired, and I kind of instead felt a little defeated, but so I don't know. I don't know why I even mentioned that, but that's all that to say, do this step before buying containers, because now I'm at the point like I would have bought, I think maybe different containers based on what I needed, if that makes sense, but I'm gonna make it work. I have lots of containers. I just wish that I had more matching ones.
Used to get my hair done, used to have my nails long, used to wearing makeup every day. Used to rush to work and have no time for fun, and spend half of my life on full highways. Then the world closed down, stuck inside this town, home with the family, all new reality. 4 walls and a door, nothing's like before, you and me and no distractions. So let's just keep it simple. There's so much we can do at home. Build a fort in the living room, have a pillow fight, grilled cheese in our bed, and then look at stars and eyes. Keep it simple. Disconnect the telephone, rip up all the calendars, cancel every plan, catch up on The Bachelor. We'll still laugh again the day we kept it simple. Always used to worry, always in a hurry, let all of the minutes just fly by. Focus on the wrong things, double tapping, scrolling, fall asleep while asking myself why. Then the world closed down, stuck inside this town, home with the family, on new reality. 4 walls and a door, nothing's like before, you and me and no distractions. So let's just keep it simple.
I'm gonna put the bars in the back because my 4-year-old's obsessed with chewy bars, and I don't want them to be like super easily accessible because he'll have like 500 of them. Okay, that's looking good.
$4.99. Man, what a weird sign of the times. Need to keep busy, trying to eat the hours away. Who knew that I like Milky Way? Wake up, I'm ready to go, yeah. Feeling so good in control, yeah. Think of the places I could be.
Okay, so there's no real rhyme or reason to the canned goods. I tried so many times to kind of organize them by certain things and it just wasn't working out. I do kind of wish I bought one of those like stairs looking things to put them on, but oh well. Do I really need it? No. It would look better, but who cares? And we're not big, I don't use a lot of canned foods for some reason. So I very rarely reach for any of this stuff, so I wasn't really too concerned about the organization of it. And I did put it on a lower shelf because one, I can kind of see down and see all the labels. And two, I never reach for them. And three, it's not as pretty, so I didn't want it at eye level. Now over here, I do have the pasta. I wish that I had another label, but I don't. So I need to get another one from the Container Store. And right above that, I'm going to put the pasta sauce. So we have this right here. Now next to that, I am going to put this. So this has the chicken broth and then some microwavable rice, like really quick, easy sides. And yeah, I think that looks really good. Okay, now what? There's like kind of a mess going on over here. So I thought it would be nice to put like the mac and cheese right here. That makes sense to me. And then next to that, I think I should do, this pantry is so big that I feel like I'm not taking up enough space, and what a great problem to have because my old pantry was certainly not like this. And then the one before that, we just used a cupboard. So definitely, at least to me, this is not the norm to have so much space that I don't know what to do with. Okay, so we have pasta sauce, some microwavable quick sides grains, some easy mac and cheese. This is like some dinners, so I have a Philly style cheesesteak thing where you just add meat. I think it's kind of like a hamburger helper style of thing. And then these are just some soups that are in boxes. Okay, now above the pasta sauce, I am gonna put my onions because I use onions for almost every single meal, so I want them to be easily accessible. Okay, this is what we're working with so far. Oh my gosh, it's looking so good. I cannot believe this is my pantry. However, now I'm like, what do I do over here? Oh, duh. Okay, awesome. Is that weird to put the daily vitamins and stuff here? Because it's tall, it's high enough up that the kids can't reach it, but it's low enough for me to like easily grab it every day when I'm taking my vitamins. That's what we're doing. That is what we're doing, I think. Where did they go? Oh, see, my husband put them all the way up there. I can't even reach up there. Okay, hold on a second. So, daily vitamins? Yes? No? Is this weird? Medicines? Okay. Maybe. You guys, I need to like shower after this. This is a workout. Okay. Okay. I think these can have the honor of sitting right here. I know it's weird. I put the oatmeal with the tuna. Hear me out. We only have a little bit of each. Both of them are meant for like James for work to like grab and go. So, I mean, that makes sense, right? Okay, I think it's getting there. Let me stand back, assess, move some things around. Oh my gosh. Don't look up there. Just down here. And that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you feel motivated, or if not, I hope you at least feel maybe a little bit better about your messy pantry if your pantry's looking like my before did. And thank you so much to Cricut and the Container Store for sponsoring today's video. I will have them linked down below if you guys are interested in the Cricut Joy. I would love for you guys to give this video a thumbs up and possibly leave a comment if you made it all the way till the end. It benefits me so much. It's weird to say, but it really does help out my channel so much. Any kind of interaction, and definitely subscribing if you haven't subscribed. It's totally free. All it does is make it so that you get notified when I post new videos. And yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope that you all enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.